Hi, everyone. Today I want to show you how you can edit a worksheet to make it digital for your students to use if you are completely virtual, like I am. Now, this worksheet here is a fun one for the holidays. I know since the holidays are upon us, my students want to do all of these holiday fun activities, and I'm sure yours do too. So what this is this is a math worksheet just to review multiplication. And what I'm going to do is make it digital for my students to use. So what I'm going to start off by doing is I don't want it to say Christmas here. So I'm going to insert a color block eraser because this will white it out. So I'm going to white that out, and I can always just drag and resize my box there. And I'm going to put no border. And then I'm going to go to text. You could either go up here to insert text, or you can go here. And I'm just going to drag and drop a text box on top. I'm going to then edit that text and put holiday. I'm going to make it bold. I'm going to change the font to Veranda, and then I'm going to make it size 48. And I'm even going to change the color to a blue color. Holidays, and save my changes. So here we go. It says holiday, find a line. Now I do want to take off this border. So I'm going to go up here to the pencil and I'm going to put no border. So I'll just resize it, move it around. Perfect. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit the directions because it says that you need pencils and my students are virtual. So they'll be doing this with the highlighter tool. So I'm going to go back up here to insert color block eraser. If you notice, it's also right here. So you can just click on it. And I'm just going to drag and drop a box over this whole thing. So it whites it all out. Then I'm going to do no border again. And then I'm going to insert a text box on top. And you can always move it around after. I'm going to do no border for this one too, and I'm going to edit it, and then I'm just going to call it out that these are the directions. I'm going to make this bold, and I'm also going to underline it too. And I'm going to save my changes there. All right, so now I want to type up my directions, and I want to call out that they're going to use that highlighter tool. So I'm going to go to insert my text. So I'm going to click here. And I'm going to do no border again. And I am going to click on edit text. And I'm going to put using the highlighter tool, color a line of 3 numbers that can make a multiplication equation. It goes into more detail down below. So I'm just going to keep it very brief right here so they can see it. And I'm also going to have my students put their names. So I'm going to make a spot for that too, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to have them work on Zoom and I'm going to have them share screen, and one person will be the recorder and be highlighting it. So I want to make sure that I know the partners that are working together on these. So what I'm going to do up here is I'm going to insert my text again. And I'm going to edit that for no border. And I'm going to put name. I'm going to save my changes. Now what I want to do is I'm going to have partner's name too. So I'm just going to push Control D and I'm going to duplicate this and then drag this over here and add in partner's name in the front. All right, and I'm just going to resize it so they can see it. Perfect. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a short answer box, and I'm just going to insert in one and drag it so that way they're able to put their name in there. I am going to keep the border so they know exactly where they need to write it. I'm just going to move it a little closer to name. And then I'm going to edit the short answer because I'm going to put do not score. So it doesn't score anything there. And then I'm going to put Control D so it just duplicates this. So now, oops. And of course I changed the size. But now I'm going to move it here and I'm going to move it over so it doesn't block my little Santa's hand there. And now it's completely digital for them to use. So what I like to do on TeacherMade, I like to go up and preview it to see how it looks for my students and just to double check that I have everything. So I really love this feature. So you can go up to View and Preview. And then you'll see here, I have my directions. Everything else is whited out, goes into more detail here. And then what they'll do is they'll come down and they'll use the highlighter tool, which is up here. They'll click on it and they can highlight, okay, well, 9 times 3 equals 27. And then they could tell the next person, okay, well, your turn. And they can say, well, in the next row, I see that 6 times 9 is 54. And so they can highlight that and then they could keep on going and see who wins. So as you can see, it was really easy for me to make digital for my students. This is something I found on Teacher Pay Teachers, and I know that they're really going to love it. So hopefully you find some fun activities for the holidays that your students can do too.